or if that little spider is going to get stomped. Let's head on over to Capitalist and Blitz.
Yes, that's right. It seems the panel is split. We'll see whether or not this series ends up getting split as Liquid with the last pick, Broodmother, and it seems like our panelists were a little skeptical about whether or not Vici Gaming was going to be able to hold against this.
Yeah, I mean, this is like Liquid's trump card. It's always been, when our back's against the wall, we're going to brood you. And it happened today.
All right, well, we're going to see whether or not Liquid can perform and take this game too.
Team Liquid contre Vici Gaming. Game 2.
Vici Gaming up 1-0, but a last pick Broodmother. Makes things look pretty good. It's also the first time, I believe, that we've seen a sniper without a Drill Ranger in the game.
Is it?
I don't know. I feel like almost every single time I see a sniper, it's because I've seen a drone. But maybe I'm wrong. Could be against an OD as well, I guess.
Thank you, Matu. As I think something that we noticed too is like Vici really likes these abilities to hit the tower, and then they want their heroes that can catch somebody while they try to defend the towers. So they love their bat continue the play. It's like going for the and one in basketball.
Yeah. It seems like with the way they played was very effective against Team Liquid last game, where they just assumed a tower was going to be taken, but rather Vici Gaming would mass rotate all over the map and get extra pickoffs instead of taking that objective.
Yeah, it's about punishing Liquid's like greedier style, where oftentimes their cores like to play split up. Against lesser teams, I think it works, but against this Vici squad, at least in the last game, I mean, they caught them every single time. Plus, I just don't think they had enough damage on their supports. But this time, I think it's much better. Like, Earthshaker is one of those heroes, when you're ahead, it feels really, really good. Because it feels like he's doing a lot with his fissures, and when he's behind, it feels like he's done nothing in the game. You're echo slamming single targets, you're putting out like 300 damage in a team fight. It doesn't really feel that effective.
Same kind of thing for the Abaddon in that game, right? Where it's like, from behind, you're providing a little bit of heal and maybe taking off disable, but you're still getting run over. It doesn't change anything. Our mid lane matchup, you know, the panel was talking about, RTK was very emphatic about something. We don't know what. They thought maybe it was going to be the lanes. Looks like we're going to stick with Paparazzi against Matama Man's Broodmother. Let's go, Liquid! Hear the Liquid chants coming out. Liquid indeed does have a lot of fans here, being former TI champs. But Blitz, you had something I think pretty interesting to say in the backstage about where you consider Liquid as a top-tier team.
Oh, right now, like, the problem with Liquid is that I think I keep affording them a lot of respect based on their past accomplishments.
Yes.
And I give them such a wide berth because of their individual skill and who their captain is. So I just keep assuming even when they have bad results, they're going to eventually pick it up. But we just haven't really seen that. Like, this is not a team that you expect just a top 8 from. This is a team that you expect like a top 3 finish from consistently. And they just haven't really been able to find that kind of finish this season, as Mind Control going to get gone on temporarily.
Do it the setup where they're giving GH an actual solo lane right now, while Mind Control as a 3 position just plays jungle. So again, a very greedy Liquid style.
This game, I think, though, it's going to be a little bit harder to punish. Well, hopefully for Liquid, it's harder for Vici to punish this, just because they do have this mid Broodmother that isn't actually doing that well.
No, Ember Spirit's crushing this matchup so far. 14-2 compared to 8-1.
You have to imagine some of those are spiderlings, but still, maybe that's what ROTK was emphatic about. He was telling Paparazzi, don't lose to these guys. Don't let them last pick brood you. Show them why you keep winning these one-on-one tournaments.
Net worth remaining pretty even. A side lane sniper for Vici Gaming is doing pretty well for himself, as Fox saying. We pretty much only see him in.
What is this?
Some man trying to hide away in the trees, needs to throw out another weapon. A sleight of fist actually finish him off. Paparazzi outplays the mid lane and secures yet another first blood, as he's done so many times in his career.
That is a bad, bad man.
Paparazzi is not a dude to mess around with. Vici Gonna start going on GH here.
Very unlikely kill.
Now,
As even with the stun, I think unless he's quite low.
that's definitely gonna be a big boost to morale for Vici Gaming, is being able to beat this Broodmother in lane will help slow him down and slow down that, inevitable where he just kind of takes the mid tower and then he starts getting an extra farm. Miracle in serious trouble here with a sticky napalm on him. Yang just gonna run him down underneath his tier 1 tower. Mind Control's gonna try and save him here, but doesn't have the Malphus, and that is gonna be a trade-off that Yang will gladly take.
Yeah, he's gonna miss some XP too on Miracle. And Liquid, at least for the early laning phase, not really going their way. Sniper getting good farm. Ember Spirit getting that solo first blood, picking up quite a bit of CS himself. And Bat Rider with that solo kill. They've lost 2 of their lanes already.
Tumbaman doesn't even have the space to farm neutrals for free. This Paparazzi just continues to stay on top of him at all points.
Yeah, he's just hounding him right now.
The Sleight of Fist build is doing so much work.
It's even better against Brute, because there's no reason to go for the chains. They'll be impossible to hit to begin with, as he's getting really low.
Gonna get knocked out of his Sandstorm here, taking a lot of damage from Fade. He's gonna try and finish him off here. Won't be able to get that last and final shot. There's still Magic Stick charges in there as well. So GH pops a healing salve. So a little bit surprised that they leave the Monkey King and are gonna have like kind of Mind Control is gonna half babysit him. Mostly just pull the lane back.
This is a really interesting style that they decided to go for, where GH is more of the 3 position this game, and Mind Control sort of babysitting a little bit.
Kuro
He's gonna run in.
choose the lane with the Sand King here in bottom, but 5-minute bounty runes were coming up, but Kuro is gonna be dead long before that. GH doesn't even want to run into the shrapnels here as the Ice Path does go out. They manage to get that kill, but GH is gonna slide on in, pick up that bounty rune, might be able to get the other one as well as he burrow strikes up, but Fade is there. And now because he doesn't have burrow strike, all Fade has to do is body block him just a little bit, and that will be a second kill for Vici.
And now it's 4-1. Yang still doing perfectly fine in this top lane. He's beating Miracle and CS. He's got that solo kill like we talked about. Mid lane, Matama is continuing to do Brood things, so he will catch up. If you're a Liquid fan, you shouldn't stress too much about Matama game.
Spots DY. DY will be able to get a really good impale, hitting the Spiderlings as well as the Broodmother.
Yeah, Matama just not going to continue to go for this. As Paparazzi hanging around this area as Fade now finds Kuro. Might just go for the Sprout. The Ember Spirit's also making his way forward, but in fact they disengage. It looks like Paparazzi wants to just continue to put pressure on this mid lane. Top lane getting pretty heavily harassed right now. The Catapult being protected right now.
Good use of the Eidolons. You may be suiciding them, but it's keeping the Siege Wagon alive long enough for them to take this tier 1 town. Let make sure to Malphus Yang so he can't get the deny.
Very well done by Liquid.
Do you think this switch up of like Mind Control being top and this really weird laning setup that we don't see from Liquid, you think some of this comes down to what Kuro was saying in a recent interview where he said, we won TI, we're an older team, everyone's seen us, everyone's seen how we play, they've studied us. We have to be able to find different ways to be able to surprise our enemies. Burrow strike out, Sandstorm right on top of the Sniper right now, does have another round of shrapnel, but with the Monkey King, they finished up that tier 1 tower, and you could see why they had that urgency. It allows Miracle to rotate out and help get the kill at bottom.
That was well done by Miracle. And just good rotation to continue to be very aggressive, get active on the map as Paparazzi using that DD rune, trying to get Spiderlings out.
Another 3 seconds for another slight. 12 spiders have died, so not too many.
Probably 90 gold.
Yeah, that's not too bad. So it goes to show that like a lot of Paparazzi's net worth, it's not because Matama Man's feeding away spiders nonstop, it's just because he's owning the lane and getting all the CS. Trying to farm up this hard cam stack, DY throws out an impale, will take 1 or 2 of them, but most of it, all GHs. It's an early level 5 for him, is still maxing out Sandstorm. So he's going to be playing a very farm-heavy Sand King, it seems.
I think it sort of works in this game. Especially since Mind Control's taken that top tower, nobody really feels comfortable being up there. Like, you're probably not ever going to send a sniper up there. There's just too many ways for him to die at this point.
Yeah.
And so now the map's more freed up.
Medallion can make very short work of these supports, but Yang will spot the trap. Is going to be able to slow down this Broodmother. He still managed to get the kill, but if they can just keep sticking napalm, but he's too damn fast. Now the Burrow Strike on a 2 with a Sandstorm as well. The Ice Path, that's a lot of AoE damage. Fade is forced to run himself away while Paparazzi with a Haste Rune continues to fight. Despite that initiation.
Yeah, that's just what Broodmother does. With the Medallion, supports just aren't safe.
No.
You can stun them up, but if you're in the webs, you're most likely just dead. And Miracle now giving himself a free lane, has recovered since that early start where he was killed. And that's thanks to Mind Control coming up there, Helm of dominating that creep, making life easy for himself as Ori. They want to make the move on to Miracle. They miss on both spells.
Shrapnel and Sprout both whiffing. This is a bit of a problem for this sniper. As the Vici Gaming side lane sniper, they're having to commit so many resources, so many heroes to make sure he stays safe because, I mean, it's just not the lane you want to be in as a sniper. You want to be in a small, short lane where you're not very far from your tower. Kuro throws out the Ice Path, will be able to get the stun on Paparazzi, but Paparazzi's just going to run down Kuro. Seems like no one from Liquid will try and save their captain. He just continues to cut the way. Bottom lane, though, Monkey King going to be in trouble here until GH arrives. Vici Gaming seeing that teleport in back up.
I mean, they keep trying to go for him.